Estimates are a great way to propose work or quote prices to customers. When a customer approves the estimate, eventually you will need to invoice the customer for the actual services or products you have agreed to provide based off this estimate. Let's take a look at updating the status of an estimate and converting it to an invoice and then email it to our customer. From the Sales menu, select Customers and then apply the Estimates filter by clicking on it. Here you see all the estimates that are currently out for consideration. If a customer contacts us to approve the estimate or quote we have given them, we can review Open Estimates by clicking this link. Now we can see the Open Estimate, and clicking that allows us to review the estimate and make any changes we need to before updating the status. Notice the status up here at the top currently says Pending. Let's change that to Accepted. Then enter the name of the person who accepted it, along with the acceptance date. Then save and close to confirm, or save and send to notify the customer that the estimate has been entered as accepted. Now that the estimate has been accepted, let's create an invoice based upon it by clicking the action here. QuickBooks will prompt you with this question: how much do you want to invoice? As you can do custom or partial invoices based off the estimate. In this case, we will invoice for everything that was on the estimate, so we will leave the default selection for invoicing all remaining totals of all lines. Then select Create Invoice. You will note that based on our selection, QuickBooks fills in all the information for us on the proposed invoice, including the email address, billing address, and terms. These all get filled in immediately. If there is anything you need to change, you can see all fields are still editable, and you can make updates as needed. You can also see the original estimate by clicking the One Linked Estimate up near the top of the page. A link to the estimate will be shown. This is the one that we just marked as approved. If we look down the page, we will see the lists of products and services. These were all brought over from the original estimate. If you need to change any of the quantity, rates, or even add more line items to this invoice, you can do that. Here we can add additional products or services, indicate the quantity, rate, and any applicable taxes, and these will be included on the final invoice. Everything is completely customizable, so you can modify any details that may differ from what was quoted on the original estimate. Scrolling down, you will see the same options you would see for any other invoice. Once you are satisfied with the invoice, you can save the transaction. In this case, we will save and send to our customer by email. Here you will see the subject line that will appear in the email, as well as the default email message. On the right, you will see a preview of the invoice that you can review before sending it to your customer in PDF format. Let's select Save and Send to deliver this invoice to our customer's email address. Now we can see that the estimate has been closed and the customer has an open balance, which is the same amount as the invoice we just created for them. Use estimates to propose work to customers and complete invoice once they approve that work.